It's happening. So here I am talking today about the 5 personality patterns. I'm doing a free intro series starting next week on Wednesday. And I wanted to come on here and share this really amazing testimonial that I received from my dear friend, Cynthia Greenawalt. As you can see in the description, she is a 30-year peak performance coach and consultant. And her work in peak performance started when she was 10 as an elite athlete. So she's been working with unleashing human potential for over 30 years, virtually her whole life. And I have a testimonial that's recorded. So you're going to be seeing me talking. I'm going to see me on the visual, but you'll be hearing her voice in just a minute when I start playing the recording. And the oh, I just started watching myself on Facebook and it was weird. Let me stop doing that. So Cynthia also has over 30 years experience with the Myers-Briggs system, as well as the DISC system. And even with all of that experience, she had a really mind-blowing realization and just an awareness of things, patterns happening below the surface that she didn't recognize for what it was until I introduced her to the 5 personality patterns just about 2.5 weeks ago now. So without further ado, I'm going to play this. It's about 7 minutes long. So you'll be seeing me and hearing Cynthia. Just a sec.
Hey, y'all. I am so excited that Allison has created this mastermind series. Would probably be like, that's how I'm relating to it. I signed up to take it starting on Wednesday, the 15th, I believe, 15th of June. It's 4 Wednesday evenings from 8 to 9 Eastern, and I only missing one. So that I can catch that one on the replay, but I'm like even bummed that I'm missing that one. But I'm actually speaking at an event, so that's the only reason why. Otherwise, I'm so blown away. So Allison and I got to hang out and go through this book extensively. Her mastery of the material just is breathtaking. And she had me get not only out of the 5 personality patterns, I got to see the 2 that are my, like where I lean the strongest, or whatever you want to call it. And there's a language for it that I just don't know, whatever, like my 2 strongest pulls. I realized part of the 2 that I have is this ability to just will oneself to do anything, but mostly from a defense mechanism of thinking I'm all alone, and all this stuff got developed by age 5. So I realized, oh my God, it's a survival mechanism that no one's there for me. I got to do everything alone. And if I want something to happen, I better freaking do it or I will like die. It's like so interesting. So I'm like, oh my God, it's my machinery pattern. I have to will my way through it no matter what. So whenever people can't like get through stuff, I'm always like perplexed. Like, can't they just make themselves do it? I was always like scratching my head, and it meant I had no compassion for those who didn't have the 2 default patterns that I have. There is a combo between the 2 that uniquely creates this predicament that I've had my whole life. And Allison, in all the years I've done transformational courses and learned all these behavioral models, I love Myers-Briggs and the DISC. This is the first set of the first platform of distinguishing unique nuances and personalities that I've actually had give me the freedom to see when people are not like me, to have space for them. Like it's been an unbelievably transformational, 2.5 weeks since I was hanging out with Allison with this stuff. Like I get just like, I let go. Like I'm not like judging. It's like, not that I was judging more out of being perplexed. Like isn't it just the easiest thing to will into this, to will ourselves to do stuff? Even when we don't want to? I was like, wait, I was just like baffled until I got the distinction of like where I come from to do it. And also on the other side of these 1 or 2 primary patterns that a person defaults to when inside overwhelm or upset, it's just like what, 80% of the day in any human being's life is going to be some upheaval. Didn't go the way we wanted. Something changes. Someone didn't do what they said. I didn't get the thing I wanted. It's like 80% of my day is in some state of upheaval, which means my patterns are like rearing their head, ready to run the show. And now that I'm seeing what my patterns flavors are and getting to the other side of it is this word that this extraordinary, the author of the book, Kessler, a psychotherapist, psychologist, and Allison had me see it, and it's changed everything for me in the last 2.5, 3 weeks, whenever I have to go look at the calendar. Bottom line is the word presence. Like we're all there is, really. Like life is made up of presence. When I'm fully present, what's there is my presence, my light, my wisdom, my love, my compassion. It can be fast, it can be slow, it can be rigid and fixed and fixated. It can be like spacey and wispy. It's like all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, presence is just this present moment power of being judgment-free, generative, allowing. It's all of it without any specific lean. It's like a dance of just a channel of infinite realm. And my ability to access presence has absolutely amplified in the last, I'll just call it 2.5 weeks. And I have a word for it too. I was like, whoa, I'm like, how did I get there? Like really fast, letting go of oh my God, my default wants to kick in and judge somebody for something, whether it's, mentoring a new team member, whether it's talking to somebody on an FMB, whether it's my boyfriend, whether it's something with my dad, whether it's something as a committee that I'm in nearby here in Philly, and I can just see all the different behavioral styles, personality styles that are in this book. And I'm like, oh, and I just sit there and I'm like, oh, let go of that. And I just hold space, let go of that. And I'm just, and like all that's there is just love and presence, and also giving people the space to generate on their own. And I've always had that problem. I didn't know when to get out of the way. I didn't know how to get out of the way to invite people to generate. So there's this presence that I have that is actually allowing others to generate in a way that I've never seen. Because if I'm already there hovering with kind of my intention to move something forward, they couldn't do it themselves. And so now that I'm like, all's well, I'm holding my stand, but I'm just letting people be who they are. And then the next thing I know, they're creating their future in front of me. And it's so profound. So anyway, I'm just inviting you guys to if you can make 2 of the 4 live and catch the other 2 replay. If you can only make 1 or whatever, I'm moving mountains to do the 3 of the 4. I'm so excited to get fluent in I want to know the other styles. I want to understand the way of being, the default patterns that my boyfriend has one of mine, but he has another of the 5 that I don't have. And I feel clueless. I'm like, huh. And I started learning from Allison, like how to, there's even ways to compliment. If you're celebrating somebody in each of these 5 styles, there's like a way that celebrates them that they hear it. I was like, whoa. It's just the depth of it, the nuances of it, it's rich and multifaceted and multi-layered. And it's, I'm all about multidimensional. And if it allows people to be their fullest self and me to celebrate people for who they are and access my greatness to honor others, I'm just so touched.
All right. So that is just a sneak peek at what is really possible in engaging with these 5 personality patterns framework. I know this was very awkward for me to just sit here and look at the screen while I was playing this recording that Cynthia made. She posted it in a thread of her clients. And I also forgot to mention that she has been working with landmark education for years and years. So if someone like that who has been engaged in personal growth and development for so long can really discover something new and have it be so life-changing and transformative in a matter of weeks, imagine what you can do as well. So if you feel called, I would love to have you. We're starting on Wednesday, June 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. And it's going to be a 4-week series. And I will post the link to register below this. And I hope to see you there. Bye for now.